Hi, I'm Essie.
And I'm Elle.
Welcome back to Magic and Mayhem. Okay, hello. So, this episode, we're going to talk about 24 books that we each want to read in 2024. So, this is going to be a little bit of a longer episode, but we're going to try and get through them quickly. So what we're going to do is whenever we do our TBR episodes where we pick for the next 2 months, we also have now 2 wheels to spin to pick from our 24 books that we will read in 2024. So we will have 4 of those included every TBR video. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to go back and forth and kind of give a very short reason as to why we put it on this list.
So my number 1 is Witch King by Martha Wells. I've recently been getting into Martha Wells as a writer via the Murderbot series, so I'm branching out. I'm on book 3 of the Murderbot series, about to be on 4, so figured good time to branch out into more of Martha Wells, and that's her newest, I think.
That's not Murderbot, yes.
That's not Murderbot, yes.
Yeah, her newest one's Murderbot, but yeah, the newest one's not Murderbot. Okay, so my first one is Emily Wilde's Encyclopedia of Fairies by Heather Fawcett. So the second one is coming out early 2024. I don't remember when, but I know early 2024. And I've had the first one for quite a while, and I want to read it, but I just haven't gotten to it yet. So I was like, you know what, if I just put it on, because it's like one of my priority reads I really want to get to soon, because I've already pre-ordered the second one. So I need to read it. So, yeah, that's going to be a lot of mine are just ones I'm really excited to get to, so.
Then my number 2 is Unleashed. Emily Kimmelman, her Sydney Rye Mysteries. I'm not gonna lie, I'm mostly sold by her dog.
It's true.
And I've been wanting to get back into more mysteries. I know that was this year's goal, but it's gonna carry into 2024. Because why not?
Number 2 for me is A Marvelous Light by Freya Marski. I have no idea how to say her name. If that's wrong. So sorry. I have the whole trilogy now. I was waiting until I had the whole trilogy. Because I'm weird. I like to do that. I have the whole trilogy now. So I can start with it. And actually, I would like to finish the whole trilogy, but I wasn't going to put that on myself. To get the whole trilogy done next year. So, but I want to at least start it. I want to at least read the first one.
And then next, this book was off of my list of shame.
Mm-hmm.
Daughter of the Moon Goddess by Sulin Tun. And mostly it's on here because I want to read it, but also I want to read it so I'm no longer shamed.
Which is a valid reason.
And also it is gorgeous cover art.
It's so pretty.
But those are my reasons. Yes.
They're fabulous reasons. Okay, my third one is The Herb Witch's Apprentice by Irene Chow. Again, if I'm saying it wrong, I'm sorry. As far as I know, this is a self-pub. I'm not 100% sure. But it's actually a duology, and it's so pretty. And it sounds really cute. It's definitely like YA, I believe. But yeah, it just looks really cute. It sounds really cute. That's my whole reasoning. I just want to read it.
That makes sense. Also, from my list of shame, I have Jadefire Gold by June C.L. Tan. Again, cover art is beautiful. Story sounds really interesting. And I don't want to be shamed any further. The no shame goes a long way to selling me on reading these in 2024.
Right. I think I have some ones of shame coming up here in a little bit. Fourth one is The Long Way to a Small Angry Planet by Becky Chambers. So I've read the Monk and Robot duology by Becky Chambers, and I loved it. And I love sci-fi just in general. And heard nothing but good things about, I don't know the name of the 4 books that are, but about the series, and so I want to. I actually have started it, and then I stopped for unknown reasons. So I'm gonna start over when I do read it, but I really want to read it. I really need to read it. I think I just haven't because there's 4,
That's
and I need to get over it. Just read the first one, and then it'll be easier from there. So.
And guess what? It's another shame pick.
You have a lot in a row.
I do have a lot in a row because I was going through my shame. Alright, next is Reverie, Ryan Lasala. Also, this book, it is so pretty. There's birds and rainbows, and that was the first thing that made me look at it when I saw it on a shelf. And it sounds like an incredible book that I need to read, and I'm going to.
At some point.
It'll
At some
happen
point this year.
It'll happen.
Well, this coming year.
Yes.
Because you won't have a choice. Oh, speaking of shame, I found one of mine.
I like how, speaking of shame.
So my 5th one is Jurassic Park.
By
Michael Crichton. There is no reason why this shouldn't have already been read by now, but it hasn't been. So, and I want to read it. I love dinosaurs. So I was like, you know what? It's got to go on the list. It's got to go on because I've got to read that this year. There's no reason for this.
2024, year of no more shame.
About books.
Yes, about books.
We're not going to talk about in general.
This is, at least for now, my last shame, I think, on this list. Cinderella is Dead, Kaylin Barron. And this book appealed to me from the very instant I saw it and heard of it, and the title, the whole entire thing was, and I absolutely had to read it immediately. Haven't read it yet.
You know, as you do.
Yes, as you do.
As you do.
I didn't.
Basically.
However, I still want to. Will in 2024.
So, The Adventures of Amina Al-Sarafi by Shannon Chakraborty. I've wanted to read this since it came out. I've not owned it since it came out.
Oh, yay for the club of wanting to read it since it came out.
I wanted to read it. I even checked it out from the library and then did not read it and then returned it to the library. To be fair, I was very overwhelmed at that point, and I checked out like 12 books in the library. Don't do that, kids.
PSA, do not.
Don't check out a million books at a time if you actually want to read them all. I have since purchased it because I'm just absolutely certain that I'm going to like it, but I haven't actually read it yet. Although I've only owned it for a month or 2, so as far as owning it, I'm doing pretty good. Not as far as wanting to read it. But, you know, and I'm sure it's going to be a lot of fun. And I think there is a second one coming out at some point soon, but I have no idea when.
7. My 7th one is God Killer, Hannah Kenner. This one, we have this gorgeous,
Illumicrate, I think.
Yeah, is it Illumicrate? Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Gorgeous Illumicrate edition. It is so pretty. So pretty.
It's very pretty.
And I liked the cover of the original, but this one just is better. I'm sorry. Mm-hmm. It just is. And the edging and the little rabbit. I don't know who the rabbit is, but I want to know.
Right. My next one is In the Lives of Puppets by T.J. Klune. So T.J. Klune is one of my favorite authors, and like I mentioned, I love sci-fi. There's no reason why I should not have already picked up this book. I don't know why I haven't actually. I pre-ordered like a pretty edition of it and everything, and it's still sitting on the shelf. I don't know why, but because there hasn't been a single T.J. Klune book I haven't given 5 stars. I don't think, but for some reason, I'm like scared to read it in case I don't like it. I don't know why. It has robots and it's like cute, and there's no reason why I wouldn't like it. But anyway, so I'm like, fine, we're putting it on the list and we're forcing ourselves to read it.
My 8th run is Masters of Death, Olivia Blake. I tend to always, knock on wood, I tend to always like her books. I like her writing style. I think, in my opinion, she's a good writer. And she's fun. So Masters of Death also sounds very much up my alley. Uh, so, I mean, I don't really have any other reasons.
Right. I need to read that one too. I didn't put it on my list, but I need to read it too.
It sounds like a great book.
It sounds like it's gonna be hilarious. Where am I? Oh, okay, here we go.
Where am I? Where? You're in the earth.
I'm in the earth?
Yes.
I'll die.
So sorry about your luck.
I never have had good luck. Speaking of, my number 8 book is Loveless by Alice Oseman. So, I've heard people recommend this so many times, especially if you are ace, which I am. So, but I haven't read it yet. The only things I've read from Alice Oseman are the Heartstopper series, which I adore with my whole heart. But I want to try some of their actual novels. So I'm starting with Loveless because I just think that will be the one that appeals to me the most. But I bought it and then I put it on the shelf, and it's sat on the shelf for a couple months now. So yeah, it went on the list because I was like, I really want to read you.
My 9th book is A Study in Drowning, Ava Reed, and got that book from Illumicrate. It's so pretty, and it sounds good. It's supposed to be, I feel like it's, I kind of feel like, I haven't read it, but it's supposed to be dark, and I feel like you should know that from the title.
Yeah. It's called A Study in Drowning.
I don't know. It just seems to me like
it seems like something you'd like.
It's really obvious.
Well, it's also about a writer, right? So
yes,
you definitely should like it.
That's so my jam. I swear, I love books about writers, like The Wishing Game, and just like I can't think of
different vibes,
one.
But yeah,
yeah, totally, completely polar opposites, I think, but. I am always down for a story about a writer. It's one of my things. You can almost always grab me. You might not keep me, but you will grab me.
Hopefully it grabs and keeps you.
Yes, hopefully grabs and keeps.
And my 9th book is The Thread That Binds by Cedar McLeod. This one, I believe, is also, it's either indie published or self-published. I'm not sure which. Anyway, I do not remember how I heard about this randomly, but it sounded really good and it looked really cute. It's about like a library, which love books about books. So
that's so valid.
Love books about books, and I heard it was really diverse, which is really nice. So I was like, sure, why not? I believe there's a prequel too that came out after The Thread That Binds, but I don't have that one. I just have the first one. So, but I'm really excited to read it.
Next one, again, this one is a pretty book. I liked the original cover, but there was also the extra pretty cover, so sold.
Mm-hmm.
I really love the clear book sleeves for some reason. It's just levels it up somehow.
Mm-hmm.
Especially when the book sleeve is clear and the stuff is whatever design is printed on the book, and it's just 10 out of 10. But sounds like a really good book. Another one that I think is supposed to be kind of dark and spooky.
You haven't said the name yet.
Oh!
Just FYI.
My bad. I'm just here living my best life talking about the prettiness. Okay, well,
anyway. By the way.
You're leaving it mean. Okay, well, my book is Starling House Now that you know.
Yes.
Now that you know.
Now you can continue with how pretty it is.
It's really pretty. It's I think it's kind of got dark, spooky vibes. Kind of a, I don't know if it's haunted house exactly.
Kind of, yeah.
Ish.
Kind of.
Ish, maybe. Seems like a good one to read in October to me.
We'll see if the wheel does that for you.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
You'll get it like July.
No. Valentine's Day. You know that's what'll happen. I'll be like, yes, but
I think there might be like a romance subplot.
Maybe.
Maybe. I have no idea. I haven't read it.
I don't remember if there was supposed to be, but it sounds good. Sounds like a good time, a good spooky time. So
yeah, it's by Alex E. Harrow, by the way.
Oh dang it! I have failed on this.
You're doing great, sweetie.
Liar.
My 10th one is The Guncle, which is really hard for me to say for unknown reasons.
That is kind of hard to say, though.
By Stephen Rowley. And I've had this one for a while. It just appealed to me because it sounded cute. It just looks like it's gonna be a combination of like, you know, emotional because obviously there's like grief in it and stuff like that, but also like really cute and sweet and all of that. So I am excited to read it. And I even thought that I was going to get to it in November, and that did not happen. So it went on the list instead.
My 11th book is Immortal Longings by Chloe Gong. It looks like such a good time.
Mm-hmm.
It's such a pretty book. It just looks like my vibe.
It really does.
The minute, I saw it, I'm like, hello, my vibe, right here. Hello. And yeah, just honestly, as he was telling me I should read it, so I was like, you're right, I should.
Granted, I haven't read it.
I know, but you were like, this is your vibe.
Yeah.
You need this. You need to read this.
You've liked Chloe Gong before, haven't you?
I believe so.
Yes. Lady Fortune, that's Chloe Gong, isn't it?
I think.
Yeah.
If it's not, we're editing that out.
Yes, we're correct.
Yay! Yes, I have liked Chloe Gong before. So I feel like theoretically this should be a hit.
My 11th one is The Monsters We Defy by Leslie Penelope, which again, I don't remember where I heard about this book at all, but it's a heist book. And listen, you tell me there's a heist in a book, I'm going to be purchasing that book. That's just how it is. But the problem is I purchased it like a year ago and I still have not read it. So it needs to go on the list. And it looks like it's going to be so good. I don't know if it's going to be a little dark for me. So that might be the reason why I haven't read it yet, is I might be slightly scared of it. But it looks like it's going to be so good. And so.
Okay. My 12th book is Escape from Atlantis, Kate O'Haron. if I
You're
can
good.
Speak.
You're good.
Okay. And that one, I picked this book, bought this book on a whim. It was pretty. It had a sea monster on the front. That was all I needed in life, was the sea monster. I really didn't care about anything else about the book. I was like, sea monster, sold.
Like, what else do you need in life other than sea monsters?
And it looks interesting, and hopefully the sea monster features a lot.
Yeah. Can you imagine they put it on the cover and it's like there for 2 pages?
That would upset me so much. I want the sea monster, okay? That would upset me. But it looks like it would be a great time to read. So we'll see if
Hopefully.
it is. But I like the legends of the old legends of Atlantis, and so it sounded like fun.
Alright, my 12th book is The Night Circus by Erin Morgenstern.
Oh.
What was that?
I was like, finally!
Well, that's why it went on the bloody list. So I still haven't read it, even though I want to. And I've put it, like, on my I need to read this soon. I have, like, a separate shelf for just, like, I need to read this soon. books. It only holds like 12 to 15 books at the most. And I keep putting it on that shelf and then putting it back on my main shelf because I haven't read it yet. So, and I love the Starless Sea, so I'm sure I will like the Night Circus. But I think it's also like almost 500 pages, which is the other reason I'm like, we can put it up.
It's kind of funny that it's 13 and it's the 7.5 Deaths of Evelyn hardcastle, because 13 is supposed to be unlucky.
Yeah.
So that's kind of funny. I did not plan that, but I was just like, oh, wait, 13. But 7.5 Deaths of Evelyn hardcastle by Stuart Turton. And this book sounds like it's going to be really good. I don't know that it classifies as a mystery per se, but
I think it is.
It does? Okay.
Yeah.
But it sounds like it's going to be a good mysterious time, and with some probably like creepy elements to it.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm all about the creepy element.
I know you are.
I am all about the creepy element.
Yes.
So I think it's a obviously fiction, mystery, thriller type of book. So, sounds like a fantastic evening.
How long did you read
I don't know, however long it takes.
Time? Fantastic time?
It's a fantastic time, yes. I feel like it's the kind of book you read at night, though.
Maybe you read it at night. I'll read it during the day.
When you can get creeped out more easily.
We're very different people sometimes.
You're like, you crazy. It's so funny. People always think we're the same.
No.
And nothing
Very
ever
much not.
proves how different we are besides our reading taste.
Yeah. Well, it does. There are some things we both like, but yeah.
But we used to often be mistaken for the same person.
Even though we don't look alike. I want to clarify that. We don't look alike. I still have no idea why people thought that we were the same person. Okay, my 13th book is The Strange Case of the Alchemist's Daughter by Theodora Goss.
Oh, almost a little creepy vibe. A little bit for the 13th.
Yeah, a little bit.
Just a tad.
I think it is that's supposed to be a creepy vibe. But it's also supposed to be funny, too. And you know I can handle creepy if there's funny involved, too. So, but this has also been on my list forever. I think this was actually also on my list of shame. Wasn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, so this is another list of shame one that I haven't read that I've bought multiple times. We're not talking about it. So I was like, we're just going to put it on the list. Again, I'd like to finish the whole trilogy next year, but we're gonna stick with at least the first one. So it sounds like it'd be a good time. I don't know if I've heard anyone like dislike the trilogy. I've heard some people be like it's just okay, but most people I've heard absolutely love it. So we're not done with my Shane ones. There's more later.
I got all mine out of the way.
I know you did all yours at once, which was smart. I split mine all up.
14 is The Fraud Squad by Kayla Zhao. I was hooked. Like, it's not exactly heist, but that kind of gets me too. So,
right?
Like,
it's so much fun.
It's so fun. It sounds like they're just not exactly Robin Hood either, but that also, like, I'm down for a Robin Hood story type thing. So it's kind of a mix between all those types of things, and the book I have, it's like that super soft matte, which is another yes.
So my 14th one is Being Ace. It's an anthology. It came out fairly recently about, obviously, Ace characters in a lot of different short stories. So there's like fantasy, and there's like sci-fi, and there's like contemporary, and there's like a whole bunch of different genres all in the one anthology. And I've been trying to read more anthologies. So I saw that one had come out. I was super excited, and I went and grabbed it.
Number 15, Not Your Sidekick. Okay, it's book 1 in the Sidekick Squad. C.B. Lee is the writer. It's science fiction, and It just sounds really good. It's also on the plus side. I already was sold. It's LGBTQIA and hello, yes. But
Mm-hmm.
I have high hopes for this. Not Your Sidekick just sounds like my kind of book. Because I tend sometimes a lot, actually, a lot of the times, I like the side characters better than the main character.
Mm-hmm.
So so it just sounds like my type of a good time.
Okay, so my 15th book is Clockwork Boys by T. Kingfisher, who is one of my favorite authors. And I'm trying to gonna go through her backlist at this point. So, Clockwork Boys is a duology. I'm going to be reading that, and then reading like the Paladin's Grace trilogy and Sword Heart. They all take place in the same universe. So, but I'm gonna start with Clockwork Boys, and I'm very excited about it because again, one of my favorite writers. I just finished reading Minor Mage, obsessed with it. I'm starting reading A Wizard's Guide to Defensive Baking, which I'm very excited for because that is our book club pick. And guess who hasn't read it yet? It's fine. Everything's fine.
You are in for a good time.
I'm so excited. So I was like, I need to start the Clockwork Boys so I can read all the ones in this universe, and I'm very excited about it. That one went on the list, and I'm really hoping that it doesn't like wait until like December to give it to me because I'll be very sad.
My next one is Lavender House, Lev A.C. Rosen. This one sounds like a lot of fun. It's dark and mysterious. And
I definitely have a theme.
I always have this theme. This is my theme. Dark and mysterious is my theme. And this book is also LGBTQIA plus, so another perk.
I haven't been saying if mine are LGBTQIA. Was I supposed to be?
No, I only say it if I think of it.
Oh, okay. I was like, I have not said that for most of mine. Whoops.
I mean, you did say when yours was ace. I can't remember what that thing was that sold me on it, so it's real cool though.
It's real cool. I can tell that you're a writer.
That was so unnecessary.
I couldn't resist.
You just came for me with that one.
I don't have any brain mouth filter right now. Oh, it's a mystery.
I know, yeah.
Mystery thriller.
It's a mystery. And apparently you think it's a mystery as to why I'm a writer.
I didn't say that. That's not what I said.
I have my reasons, but I have forgotten what they are.
I know why you wanted.
What?
Lavender House is Knives Out with a queer historical twist.
That's it! I knew it was a mystery. I knew it was a mystery. Thank you. I knew it. I couldn't remember what someone told me it was like, but it was Knives Out.
But with a queer twist.
But with I think the exact words was Knives Out by Gay. Or Gayer. Whatever.
Big Air? That makes sense. Yeah.
Thank you. Because I love Knives Out. I freaking love it. Love it. I was here for it. Like
both of them.
Movies. I mean, Knives Out was my favorite, but
yeah,
still, I love. I'm here for it.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, so I was sold once I heard it being compared to Knives Out, and yes.
So my 16th book is This Is Ever After by F.T. Lukens. So I read Spellbound this year and loved it. So I wanted to try more from that author, and I believe I also pre-ordered their upcoming book as well that I cannot remember the title of right now. So I'm excited to read it because I love Spellbound so much. Although it's a completely different kind of story, but I really like their writing, so I'm assuming that I'll really enjoy it as well, because I was excited about it. So I put it on the list to make sure I get to it because I would love to get to it and read it before their newest book comes out. But I don't know if that's gonna happen. But we're gonna try. It depends what the wheel says.
My 17th book is Ghostwood Song by Erica Waters. This one is their debut.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So I thought that was interesting. This one is dark and mysterious and also on trend for me. It is LGBTQIA.
Nice.
This one is supposed to be creepy vibes and like haunty-ish.
As would imply by the name.
Yeah. So I'm expecting haunted woods and creepiness and, you know, all those good things.
All your favorite things. Well, my 17th book is Starter Villain by John Scalzi. So, I've read The Kaiju Preservation Society. I have several other books by him, but Starter Villain just sounds hilarious. It has, like, cats as the management, so, like, it can't be bad.
Oh, is that the one with the cat head?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, the US cover, yeah, has the cat head on with the suit on. It's hilarious. I'm like, this book cannot be bad. Like, it really can't.
I mean, I like your book better. It's
yeah,
cooler looking, but
I bought the UK cover, but which is also a very fun cover. But like I said, I've read the Kaiju Preservation Society. I really enjoyed it. He's very like a humorous sci-fi kind of writer, and I love humorous sci-fi. So I'm really excited to read Starter Villain. I want to hear about villainous cats.
My 18th is Burn Our Bodies Down. Surprise, surprise, another dark, mysterious book by Rory Power. But another surprise, surprise. This one also is supposed to have some horror in it, but
Oh, really?
But this one is also LGBTQIA. I have a theme.
I think that's the same for both of our lists.
True. But it sounded really good when I first looked at it. Yeah, I don't really have any other reasons. Just it sounded good. Sounds enjoyable.
Okay, my 18th book is The Undetectables by Courtney Smith. This actually came out recently, and I bought it, well, for some reasons. One, because it literally says, like, be gay, solve crimes. So
I mean, that there is no better endorsement than
so I had to pick it up based on that too. But also, one of the main characters has fibromyalgia, so obviously
Ooh.
I also had to pick it up for that reason. I have fibromyalgia. So I was like, obviously, I've got to have this book. So I'm very excited about it. It's not, I'm pretty sure it's a mystery, not a thriller. And it's YA, if I'm not mistaken. So, like, similar to, like, Truly Devious kind of vibe from what I'm understanding. So, which I did like the Truly Devious books, the 3 that I've read. So, I'm very excited about it. And so, again, I hope the wheel gives it to me soon. It probably won't because I want it to.
Mm-hmm.
But
it'll give you whatever you're dreading.
I know that's what it's going to do. I'm like, no.
My 19th book is Confessions by Kane Minato. I was told that I had to read this.
You do.
Katie and Essie have endorsed this book.
To be fair,
heavily.
Everyone has endorsed this book. Gavin has, Katie has, Kayla has.
I could only think of Katie talking about it, but
everyone has endorsed this book.
I think, yeah.
Which is the reason I read it, and now I'm forcing you.
Yes, this wasn't my choice. It's not that I think it will be a bad time. It wasn't on my radar until everyone in the world apparently was like, no, read the book.
You have to.
So, in 2024, I'm going to read Confessions.
Yay! I'm so excited. I'm dying to know what you were gonna think. But it's very dark, so I assume you're gonna like it.
You're like, you're dark. You'll enjoy this.
It's dark and I enjoyed it.
True, yes.
So, My 19th book is Chilling Effect by Valerie Valdez. So, this also has cats in it. I have a theme, I think.
My theme is dark. Yours is cats.
Apparently, mine's cats. I think they're telepathic cats, if I remember correctly. It's like a. I don't know if cozy is the right word, but kind of more like a lighthearted sci-fi. And it's also a trilogy, but I just put the first one on the list again. But I'm very interested because some people really like it and some people really don't, and I'm really curious what side I fall on. I'm assuming I'll fall on the like it side because I'm not that picky. But we'll see. Maybe I'll hate it. I don't know. But yeah, I mean, telepathic cats in space. I don't know what else to say. That was literally all I needed to know.
My 20th is Once and Future by A.R. Capetta. Basically, I picked this book because there is a girl with a sword.
Right.
And the tagline is, "This time Excalibur chooses her." And what more reason could I possibly have?
There's no other reason.
I love swords. I mean, I love women. Hello, I'm here.
Right? Like, you don't need another reason.
It's fantasy, sci-fi. Oh, but it's also LGBTQI.
I'm shocked.
I know, you
Shocked, I tell you.
never guess it would be on my list.
Okay, my 20th book is from the Shame TBR. It's Strange the Dreamer by Laini Taylor. Which, again, we're not going to talk about how many times I've bought this book. It's not important. What's important is it's going to be read in 2024. Again, there's no reason for me having put this off. So, we're not going to do that anymore. I have both books in the duology. I'm sure I'm going to like it, but I just haven't picked it up yet. I don't know.
My number 21 is Amari and the Great Game. I've already read Amari and the Night Brothers. Loved that. Oops, I almost forgot to say B.B. Alston. Amari and the Great Game Amari and the Night Brothers was the debut.
I believe so, yeah.
I think.
So everyone was like, what?
Yeah, it was really
That's a debut?
So hopefully the TBR gives me this sometime.
It's not gonna.
It'll give it to me in January.
Here, read it now so you forget by the time the third one comes out.
I mean, to be fair, I won't forget.
That's true.
So I'm not that worried. I think the cover is really pretty. I do like number 1's cover better. This one is pretty too. And I'm assuming that her partner features in this one since they're on the cover.
I would think so.
I assume we're going to get the rest of that story. Or
yeah,
some of the rest of that story. Unknown, but
I think the story is going to stretch over all 3.
I would assume
so.
But I guess we'll see.
We'll find out. My next one is The Ruthless Lady's Guide to Wizardry by C.M. Wagner. I think this was also on my TBR Shame.
Oh, was it?
I think so, because I've had it a long time. And it's the one that I always forget what it's about until I pick it up, and I'm like, oh yeah, that sounds so good, and then I put it back. I'm in the middle of reading something else every time I look at it, so I'm like, I'll get to you soon, and then I don't get to it soon. So we're gonna put it on here so that it gets read because I'm very excited about it.
My next book is Veins of Gold by Charlie Holmberg. I love Charlie Holmberg's writing so much. Yeah, there's something about Charlie's writing that just is super captivating. They always seem to write like kind of fantasy, magic. It's usually an overarching theme. I think there have been a few that were just not.
They have a couple actually that are romance.
Well, I mean, there's romance in most of them too, but
No, but they're straight up romance. Remember?
yeah, like the tech something.
Yeah, Tech Happy Valley. Something. I think it's called Happy Valley.
And you've read those.
I did. I enjoyed them.
But typically, most of them are magic-y influenced. But I just enjoy uh, Charlie Holmberg's writing. It's just super pretty. And so I decided to read Veins of Gold.
That sounds good too. All right. So my 22nd book is Wild as the Witch by Rachel Griffin, which was a gift from Elle that I have not read yet for absolutely no reason. Um, so it went on the list because it was also, was it from TBR Shame?
Yeah, I think it was on the TBR Shame.
I think I did a bunch of TBR Shames in the row at the end apparently. So yeah. So it's from the TBR Shame. I refuse to continue to be shamed by it because it sounds so good. So I need to just read it. So it sounds cute. I think it's YA. I'm not sure, but I think it is. But I've heard really good things about Rachel Griffin just in general. So I'm excited to read it. And I took it off the TBR of Shame and put it on here.
All right, my next book is Juniper and Thorn, Ava Reed. Shock and shock, dark, mysterious.
That's horror.
Horror, yeah, this one's horror. Oh, I just noticed I have 2 Avas.
You do?
Oh well.
I missed that earlier.
Oh well, it's fine.
You're not reading 2 of the same author.
It's true. I was trying to pick from more than that, but it's okay. I will survive. Yeah, I think it's a gothic horror. I just think it sounds cool. I don't have much of a reason.
Okay, and then my next one is Project Hail Mary by Andy Weir. I was supposed to read that this year. Didn't, because I way overbooked myself for I just realized I did that.
Overbooked.
Oh, that was terrible. Anyway, I overcommitted myself at the end of this year. So I didn't get to it, and because it's a long book. It's chunky. So I just ended up not having time to read it. I have read The Martian by Andy Weir and I really liked it, so I'm assuming I'm really gonna like Project Hail Mary because people seem to prefer Project Hail Mary over The Martian. So I'm assuming that I'm really gonna enjoy it. But because it is so junky, if I don't force myself to read it, I probably will not.
Okay, my last book is A Darker Shade of Magic in the Shades of Magic trilogy.
The original trilogy, yeah.
Yeah, okay. By V. Schwab. I love V. Schwab. Kind of like I love Charlie for different reasons. But I love V. Schwab. I accidentally read the
Fragile Threads of Power.
The Fragile Thread, I guess it's like 4.5. I don't know how they count
I think it's
that.
book 4. Isn't
Okay.
it?
Maybe something like that. Yeah, we'll go with book 4. But it's not in the original trilogy, so I don't know how it counts, but
it's like a continuation from the original trilogy.
Yeah, but I thought it was like a standalone when I read that. And as I still finished reading it, but the whole time I was like, I feel like I shouldn't have started with this one.
Probably not.
Because I knew it was in the world, but I thought it was like,
Separate.
following different characters, like in some other part of the world. But I feel like that's not exactly what was actually happening. And so I went out of order a bit. I did and still enjoy it. But the whole time I was reading it, I was in some part of my brain like, I bet this probably was a bad idea for me to start at the end.
I like how you still finished it anyway.
I did.
You're just like, I don't care. I'm going to push through.
I still understood what was happening. If it was completely incomprehensible, I probably would have stopped. But I get it. I just feel like I could get it more than I am.
All right. And my last book is Kings of the Wild by Nicholas Eames, which is probably not what you would associate with my taste with normally, but I'm very excited to read it. A little bit darker than my normal thing, but it's also supposed to be funny, so I'm very excited. It's a trilogy as well, I believe. But I just want to read the first one, and because I think like it's a trilogy, but like it doesn't follow the same character every time. I'm excited to read it. I actually found it at Goodwill for like $1, which was amazing. But yeah, and I'm excited to read it, and because I also want to see like if I want to pick up the second one, which I'm pretty sure I do, but I'm gonna wait until I read the first one to see if I want to pick up the second one. But it sounds really good. It's like retired
mercenaries.
Yeah, like retired mercenaries who have like one more job. So, which I just love that storyline of anything retired anything doing like one last job. I love it. I don't know why, but I do.
So that's at least some. It will not be exhaustive.
Obviously.
That would be such an incredibly short
That would be a
TBR
terrible
for
reading
us.
year. That would be a horrible reading year.
Seriously. Because we average well over 200 generally.
I don't know if I average over 200, but I did read over 200 this year.
I don't know, because you didn't even start tracking until the middle of the year. And I still think you went into the hundreds.
I did.
So I feel like already that's a good indicator of an average.
That's true. So, yeah, so if we only read 24 each, that would really be...
That would be the worst.
A horrible reading
year. The worst reading year that we've
ever
had.
Like I said, these will be included on our bi-month, every other month TBRs. The bi-monthly can mean two things.
Yeah.
So our every other month TBRs will include, we said 4 of these books because we'll need to read 2 a month. And then also our normal spins and stuff that we do for the rest of our TBR. So
or any punishments we incur.
Oh yeah, or punishments. I need to read these. I need to read a lot to not get punishment for January. So we're gonna work on that for the next 2 weeks. It's mid-December, so I'm in trouble because I put off all the long ones till the end. Good job, me.
So did I. The long ones are the ones I saved for last.
And we're both gonna have punishments.
I know, right? Because we both of us, it's December whatever, and both of us still have 4.
Yeah, it's the 15th, so we're doing fine.
Everything's fine.
Everything's fine. Nothing's wrong.
We read all other books besides the ones we were supposed to.
I read so many books that was not on my list. Just random books.
Yes.
I'm like, this is fun.
That's what we do.
We really do. I am concerned.
Thanks for listening to Magic and Mayhem. All right, bye.